judging from what may trigger him, I mean, you've been working with this character for a little while. What do you think is... when are the moments that he will really be triggered, I guess, to turn into this creature? I mean, we've seen it so far, mostly when somebody is in trouble.
Right, it's a survival thing. Originally, these beasts were made to protect and hunt, but there's a genetic problem, basically. So he doesn't actually know himself, Vincent, what triggers him.
Okay.
And I think that's an interesting element for the series, that it can be anything. At this point of the game, we believe it's from, anger, an emotional sort of trigger when he gets to this tipping point. But I think it's, me as the performer, I think it's much more, and I think it can be much more spontaneous than that. So I want the character of the beast to almost overtake Vincent at some point, and become a lot more dangerous to himself and the people around him.
But is there more to the why that we're going to learn, or do we really get it all?
No, there's a lot more, and I think the connection to that key to unraveling the secrets for our audience is held through Catherine's mother and her murder.
Okay.
And that's the biggest secret that Vincent holds from Catherine, and it becomes this kind of push and pull relationship where after a while he just gets so sick of her because she's, all she wants is this information about her mother. This is through his perspective. Right. But really she is interested in him as a person as well. But it's going to unravel as, that's almost like our B storyline.
Okay.
Besides the procedural element, which ties them together to work. But that's what's going to be the through line through the whole series, I believe. And
I mean, you're talking about the procedural element, and you're talking also about learning some of what has already gone on. How much will we see maybe through flashbacks to get the insight versus, we're getting the insight based on what's happening right now?
Look, in terms of Vincent's story, I want there to be a lot of flashbacks, and I know Austin does as well. Because we were kind of chatting the other day about our backstory as characters and how we've grown up together, and he's like his only confidant is his brother. But he's also put, JT in huge danger. And the character of JT is very lovable and can be very comedic. So placing a character like that in a very dangerous situation is going to be interesting. But yeah, there's a lot that we as actors don't know yet.
Okay.
I do know that we're going to find out a lot more about Vincent's backstory of when he first returned from war with this hideous demon inside him, and how he sort of immersed himself back into social life or into hiding, and how he connected with JT again to say, hey, I'm not dead, I'm alive, and this is what's happened to me. Help me. So all of that stuff I find very interesting. And has he had past relationships before Catherine with other women? How many people has he killed? What does he know about all that sort of stuff? I think the darkness of him will start to surface a lot more as we go along, and almost scare Catherine to the point of, is this guy a serial killer, or is he a victim of this awful experiment to humanity?
And it's interesting that you say that, because it's a CW, and let's be honest, they throw their characters together romantically, and the original Beauty and the Beast obviously did that as well.
Yeah.
So in the pilot there are little hints, that there could be something there, but it seems like from what you're saying, she's kind of fighting against him because she wants all this information and she's wary of him.
I think she genuinely finds him intriguing. And there is a huge connection between them, which you see in the pilot when he saves her after her mother is killed. With some people you just have a connection. Who knows what it is? It's like chemistry in the air. So they have that, and he's been following her for years and almost protecting her. But they do have an attraction to one another. They're both alpha characters. She's alpha female, he's alpha male. And they both want the same thing, but they just want to go around different ways about it. So I think that's very sexy and attractive between two people. You know, it's that relationship that a lot of us have had where when it's amazing, it's amazing. You're on cloud nine. When you're fighting, you're throwing plates at each other. You know, you really want to stab each other's head open. That kind of kinetic energy between two people is going to be exciting to watch. And I think it's a little bit more elevated than the original Beauty and the Beast. But the romance, the courting from the original Beauty and the Beast is going to be in our show. Because Vincent's hiding, they can't use technology to, no phones, no Twitter, no Facebook, all the stuff that we just take for granted. So they have to do the old sort of Shakespearean way, writing notes and throwing pebbles, very Juliet and Romeo. So that stuff is kind of fun as well, I think, to balance out the craziness of it all.